a program for revolutionary change at Local 308. Priority 2, build a real steward program. Presented by Brother Eric Basir, potential nominee for Local 308 President. What is a real union steward? A union steward is a caretaker. We fight against cruel mismanagement, never ever siding with them, never making excuses for them. We're reconcilers between members who are in conflict. We try our best not to pick a side. We try to find sympathy in our hearts, in our words as well, to the members, and become a protector for them. Not a neutral party. We are not arbitrators. We are stewards. We are caretakers. We are biased towards our co-workers. When our co-workers are wrong, we ask them, what did you think? What were you thinking when you did that? Do you think what you did was okay? And most likely they'll tell you, no, I shouldn't have done it. There. They don't need you to berate them. They don't need you to put them down. A steward is a conduit for information between the members and the officers. The members or the officers should not be picking and choosing which stewards they're going to give information to. It should be all of them. Nevertheless, as a steward, you have to find information and help get that to the members, and then you have to get the concerns of the members to the officers. Never ever belittling them. A steward is a confidant for the members. A member will talk to you about some terrible illness. Maybe they'll talk to you about substance abuse that they're going through. Maybe you'll smell something on their breath that's a telltale sign of a substance abuse issue. Maybe they're dealing with abuse at home. You never know, but never gossip, never share their personal information. The steward is a defender of the contract, the bylaws, and justice for the members. No need to explain that. And the steward is loyal to the members only, not to the employer and not to the other union officers. A union steward becomes an enemy of the member when an officer offends them, and then the steward takes the side of the officer, stands with them. We have to be united against the members. No, we have to be united as with the members and against the officers when they're wrong. A real union steward is an organizer and a guide. We share knowledge about the contract, whether we're talking to someone or we write an article or we do some video or anything. A steward is unafraid to admit mistakes or not knowing what to do. A steward helps the members find and come up with answers. Sometimes I get a question and I'm not sure. Let me look here. And I show the member what I'm looking at and I give it to them. And I say, well, this is what I found. You take a look at it. Tell me, does this answer your question? And sometimes it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I need. Or no, not quite. And then they look and they find it and then they share it with you. A steward helps the members use grievances as a part of direct action. Whenever there's a grievance, any problem, even if you think they're not going to win it, maybe it could be something that could be used to change the way management does things. Or maybe it could be used for a contract proposal item. but we use grievances as part of action. A good union steward finds ways to bring members together in common struggles. Oh, if someone's complaining about a particular problem, a particular manager, the next question should always be, do you know anyone else that has that problem? And sometimes you have to go and find them. A good union steward seeks out and welcomes new employees. Never lets a new employee come into the arena without greeting them. A good union steward, a real union steward, I'm saying good, a real union steward, because sometimes you're not so good, you mess up. But a real union steward encourages and demonstrates public action. When you're off the clock, it can't do nothing to you. When you're off the clock and you're on that shared public property, you can go out there and stand up and speak up with your coworkers. A real union steward signs up new members. And you know, sometimes, and I've learned this, the secretary may not sign up the new employees for whatever reason, but when you find them, carry some applications and encourage this new member to sign up. A real union steward keeps track of oneself, your strengths and your weaknesses. That's very important because you can't improve if you can't accept criticism. So if you nominate and elect me to be the local 308 president, this Real Steward program is going to have to be put in effect immediately. But it's going to take some time. So I set some goals, and this could change, but they are important to set nevertheless. The first year goal, so from 2024 to 2025, January 1st, 2024 to January 1st, 2025, or December 31st, December 2024. The goal will be to have a 1 to 40 steward to worker ratio. So that means for every 40 workers, there will be at least one steward. Now, if I get it to 1 to 30, 1 to 20, before then, great. But that's going to set a goal just to have a goal. There should be always a steward somewhere, sometime, at every shift, every hour. This can be done with this kind of goal. The second year goal is to have a 1 to 20 steward to worker ratio. Open enrollment for the steward program. The bylaws are, they're okay dealing with this, recruiting stewards and recommending them and voting them. None of the presidents that I have known have ever followed them. They kind of just do it. They just have a class and that's it. Maybe they'll have 2 and that's it. And it's kind of like they pick or choose, and then maybe they'll utilize them, maybe they won't. So we have to have open enrollment in weekly online classes. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, but with persistence we can do it. And if I'm nominated and elected as president, this kind of thing has got to start immediately. And the technology exists, and we can wing it until we get it right. Monthly in-person classes. So along with the virtual classes, there will be in-person classes. These could be sessions based on each shift. They could morph into mentoring or be an addition to mentoring. And set up a rewards program for active stewards. How? What exactly? We'll have to talk about that in our stewards class. The program, the Real Steward program, will have a curriculum. And we will build the curriculum based on some of these sources. And this is actually a priority right here. So the first one will be a book called Legal Rights of Union Stewards by Schwartz. Then there's the Union Stewards Complete Guide by Proston, FMLA Handbook by Schwartz, Secrets of a Successful Organizer by Labor Notes, and guest speakers and trainers. Will we have our own books and whatnot, possibly. But while we are just getting it going, we're going to have to kind of go out of some books to basically study circles, study groups, reading groups. Your feedback matters. So what did you think of this presentation? I'd like you to comment wherever you see it posted, but it'd be even better if you could email me or call me just in case I miss where you post your comment. Make sure you speak your mind, be frank, and share with others what I'm proposing. And if you see it, if you want to see it attempted, then let people know. This is what you can expect from me. And one of the major reasons why I'm so adamant about a Real Steward program is because of the philosophy of revolutionary unionism. And myself and other ATU members, we have been successfully utilizing it to help our coworkers believe in themselves and their own power. You can learn more about our little informal caucus. We are a workers' organization. We're not a union. And that is at chicagotransitworker.com. We have a YouTube channel. You can see and view many recordings of our meetings and our protests. And the definition of revolutionary unionism is quite simple, and it's for workers to totally control their own union democratically and organize direct action against their employer to take power from them. Doing so will improve their working conditions, their lives, and their communities. This is the opposite of what we have at ATU Chicago. So it is not going to be approved. It's not going to be liked by the ATU International, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not going to be liked by, definitely not going to be liked by CTA executives or the politicians. They prefer to have you all elect me. They'll tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do, and I'll try to smooth it over and shove it down your throats. And no, that's not what I'm going to be doing. So if you want that kind of union leadership, definitely make sure that I'm not nominated or elected. But if you like the idea that you should have a say directly in your union and you should be able to organize a militant type of union and those kinds of activities, go ahead and nominate and elect me, because that's the direction I believe we need to go. Thank you.